Good afternoon, and welcome to today's unofficial Spy Party Competitive League Season 5 cast. We are casting a Copper Week 11 or 12 match between Quicklime and HumanKirby. And these are my casters today, T-Flame
How's it going?
and Iglini.
Hello, hello.
All right, so let's dive in by taking a look at the standings for this match. This is a copper match, and our first competitor is Quicklime, who is currently in 7th place in the standings, up against HumanKirby, who is in 9th place currently.
Yeah, and so when I was looking at these two players right here, we can see if we're looking at Quicklime, is Quicklime a little bit harsher, start to the season. We had a game against Max Edward Snacks, which resulted in a loss. We have one against Kmars and Iggy, three back-to-back losses, but those are also some of the people that are on the top of the table here. And after that, we pick up some wins, so we have a little bit of momentum going into the back couple games here in this season.
Yeah, and then we have HumanKirby that is still looking for his first win besides forfeits, but has taken a few tie parties against Ninja Fairy and Calvin, they are alright competitors, especially Calvin.
Yeah, and what I thought was really interesting is that actually both of these players tie partied against Calvin Schoolage, which I thought was kind of an interesting stat. So I think this game could really go either way.
Yeah, very exciting.
Great, and so let's look at some of the stats that these two players have while we're waiting for them to get started with the draft. And so we have Quicklime's page open here. Actually, we do have the picks and bans starting, so feel free to talk about some of their notable stats while we get that up and ready.
Yeah, sounds good. I think something, if we want to look at just stat-wise, we can look at that perfect, almost very close for the mission wins, just about the average for his fellow Copper players here. Timeouts a little bit higher, spy shots a little bit lower. And on the spy side, I'd say, pretty neutral for what the rest of the league is.
And we have our first bans coming in. Quicklime has banned Aquarium, and HumanKirby has banned Taen.
Kind of unexpected ban, especially from HumanKirby, who has been banning Library, well, every time until now.
Yeah, it's very interesting. Neither of those players have banned, I think, either of those venues, and it doesn't look like either of them have picked it. So it's kind of interesting picks or bans there to start.
And we have Courtyard coming in from Quicklime.
Lost Courtyard Chicken.
Yeah, I think both of these players pick Courtyard a lot, so I was expecting to see some Courtyard Chicken here, and it looks like Quicklime just didn't even want to play, just picked it immediately. HumanKirby has chosen Terrace.
And let's see, for HumanKirby, Terrace is not on that pick list, so I think it's going to be interesting to see how both can do on this venue.
And Quicklime has chosen High Rise, any 3 of 5.
Alright, I'm more a standard pick for...
And HumanKirby with Ballroom, any 4 of 8 to round things off.
Yeah, so it looks like we're not going to be dabbling with any 5 of 8s, looking towards kind of the smaller days matchup.
Yeah, and a bit of a fun fact between these players, none of them actually like microfilm. I think in total between them they have like forms. And these maps, well, they are not very microfilm favored.
Yeah, I think it's Ballroom the only one.
Yeah, a little bit.
And it's most of those times you're not going to see somebody try to do one of the action tests, because that can be
Yeah, and I am
Yes.
noticing that HumanKirby picks Ballroom a lot, but Ballroom is actually one of the maps where Quicklime has one of his worst sniper win rates, and so that seems like a little bit of a counter pick. They do both like high rise, they both pick it quite often, so they should both feel pretty comfortable there. And it looks
Yeah,
like the
and
players are getting ready in game.
what I was gonna say about it's not like a cookie cutter, but it's like you can see a lot of stuff that's going on, but there's also a lot of stuff that can go behind the scenes with some bug play things. What I think a little bit tricky for the sniper side.
I'm having some trouble with the voice chat. Maybe let's just start a private call. I'm gonna do that. Hopefully this should be a little bit better.
Yeah,
Alright.
let me know.
T-Flame, you seem to be cutting out. I'm not sure if Iglini is. But we do have the first
Can you-
game ready.
Yeah, I do. And if you want me to step aside for the cast, if it's being too much, just let me know. Because I also know that can be really game.
No, it should be okay. Having some sort of strange screen issue where things aren't taking up the whole screen. But anyway, let's get started in 3, 2, 1, playing it.
Alrighty, and we're starting off with HumanKirby as the spy here, starting as one of the better sort of bugs in the game, and we're starting off with the first flirt, and really,
Yeah, seems like a strong start chasing down our seduction target. Not much we can do around here. Maybe we can time.
yeah, and that's
lead
what, yeah, I would
yeah.
say this is the seduction target. That's one of the safer ways to any sort of game, and as that's happening, HumanKirby gets caught on the tree a little bit there.
Yeah, and he tried a bug, but it wasn't seen by the sniper, so I think no harm. We get our second flirt, and we are at 51, so a close green can.
Yeah, which that can be comforting, but if we wait to the last moment from that flirt, you know, you'll definitely be betting on getting a green. So we'll see what HumanKirby has to do next here.
Seems like we might be going. Ooh. We seem to be going for a contact. Conversations are quite alright. Maybe 1, 2 people out.
Yeah, and I don't think this would be a bad time to but HumanKirby being on this one side of the venue, are they seeing that this is also possibly a pretty good chance to do a contact?
Yeah, unfortunately, Smallman just abandoned us, so no contact here. The ambassador came near us, we bugged, and it was.
Yeah, which that's a pretty solid bug right there. Because as the amba's coming in there, you can get away with that because that could be a sort of walking bug, or even with good cover, just a standing bug there is pretty solid from HumanKirby.
Yeah, and Quicklime was rotating quite a bit. And in the meantime, we get a green pearl, and this is scaling quite fast.
Yeah, this went from something that, you know, has a really slow start, chasing flirts, to now we're getting 2 hardtails done and getting our statue visit.
Yeah. And the wrong shot comes off. Quicklime was not on top of the pearl line.
Yeah, I think that was kind of a late catch there, and seeing that the Purloin didn't get to see the fade, but saw who it came from, but not, you know, who was the last reject or what was sort of happening. And so a first spy win on our first courtyard.
Indeed.
Alright, sorry about those technical issues. Things should be fixed right now. We were trying some magical new technology, and it unfortunately didn't work. Alright, I do have the next game ready, and things should be good at this point. You guys ready?
Yeah.
With Quicklime as boots. In 3, 2, 1, playing it.
All right, now Quicklime starting off as boots is gonna definitely want to get a spy win here, which courtyard sniper favored venue. It can be difficult to do, but as we've seen, I think this season that, you know, the spies are winning a decent amount of games on courtyard.
Yeah, agreed. And now we get our first green, which gets us to a nice 51%. And we immediately banana bread, and it was a pretty good one. Think 3 lowlights?
Yeah, and I
Yeah, 2
think
lowlights sounds good.
yeah, a contact at the start can be really helpful. Something that happens often is that and then a contact later. And you can really limit it down as a sniper as the few people who could actually get a real contact that you have to be aware of.
Yeah. Right now we are good. Well, we seem to be timer flirting. If we hit another green, that would be huge.
Yeah, that would definitely be worth the investment of sitting there for about 45 seconds. And so we'll see. And we doesn't. It's just a white, but that's not a problem with there being 2 minutes left and almost having 2 missions done.
Yeah, we are nearly getting to that point where we have to choose which hardtail to do on Courtyard.
And it
Right
looks
now,
like we're going to be picking up the statue, which gives us the highlight. So both of these players, looks like they're using the highlight strictly for statues. And that can work out, especially.
yeah, it's a pretty standard. I mean, it works, so we keep using it. We get in our seduction target, hoping to finish this mission. And now we get to the point where we need a hardtail.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, it's going to be very hard to get 2 solid fingerprints done without rushing sort of it. So it looks like it's either going to be a bug swap or possibly a purloin here in the last minute.
Yeah, we just rejected the drink, so maybe purloin's off the question. Maybe we are going for a swap.
And this might be a green frame. Let's see if it comes in that first cycle. And it does not, but let's see what happens here.
This is being very watched. We swap, it's white. Do we see?
It went cold, noted, and didn't take the check back to see if it had been swapped.
Yeah, it was a good strategy, going back to the same pair of statues we had already been to.
Yeah, most spies, or I'm not gonna say most spies, but a lot of spies like to knock that out and go to the inspect, get the swap done all in one sort of cycle, so you don't have to go to those statues twice. Which is, statues. That's what catches a lot of the snipers' eye.
All right, next game ready in 3, 2, 1, playing it.
All right, now we have HumanKirby back on with 2 spy wins. As I said earlier, it seems that this season there has been a lot of spy wins on Courtyard. And both.
Yeah, right now we don't get a very good flirt. It's across the conversation white, so just 17%, but we get there.
Yeah, and it's no harm, no foul there. Getting a little bit of flirt progress. There's nothing worse than at the end of hitting that 98, 99. So, a 17% not going to hurt.
Yeah, we requested a drink and then went to statue, and we green swap. It's not seen yet. We have not been seen at statues. Now we probably get the highlight.
And there hasn't been too much activity at the statues. So we're going to have to see if something can happen here to throw off the sniper from being aware of what's happening here.
Yeah. Ambassador right now, it's not very threatened, so that won't take away the attention from the sniper. Maybe a banana. Statue is swapped. I wonder if Quicklime realizes that.
Yeah, Quicklime's spending a lot of time on this side with the statue. Other side, it doesn't look like anything specifically happened, but HumanKirby does a fake contact and actually gets rid of the swapped statue person. Wow.
And gets the shot.
Yeah, that's your choice there, because when a swap happens, if it just tech came off and in conversation, props to the sniper there for getting that shot.
All right.
Yeah, Quicklime was really on top of things there.
3, 2, 1, playing it.
Quicklime has started this game giving the AI quite some time, maybe hoping for some nice bounces. Now we get snugly with our seduction target, hoping to get a flirt, and we do, and it's another green. Things are looking up for.
Yeah, and HumanKirby is going to be looking to get on the sniper side here. You're looking to draw at least 2-2. Go.
Yeah, so far not much is going on. We are probably going to time this timer.
Yeah, and as you say that, our seduction target
Yeah,
to the other side of the
as I
party.
try to say it, yeah.
Yeah, and so
highlight.
yeah, since we see our seduction target go to the other side, we think, all right, time to start playing some of the other missions, and we get the inspects done just to kind of keep that time going, because Courtyard's one of those venues that really sneak with how much time you have left.
We join in, possibly for a contact. The other conversations are not very. Ours was, but double agent just had none of it.
And again, we're getting to sort of a tricky time here where we might have to get that next flirt in if it's not going to be a green. And it looks like that's just with 1:15 left, trying to get that next flirt to see if we're going to have to do another one or what we're going to have in it.
Yeah, and seduction target agrees to join us with the double agents. And we take that one.
And honestly, that contact was really solid. I think we get about one low light, and we're sitting kind of pretty with one flirt, but we still need that hardtail, which has been sort of the struggle for these players.
Yeah, we
the
just
end of the
ignored
game.
Toby, but I don't think that was noticed. 40 seconds left, and we still need to finish our seduce and get a hardtail.
And it seems to be we are waiting for that next timer flirt to be up and available before. But that leaves very little room for what we're going to do. And will it be a possible pearl?
It was being very watched. The sniper turns around and we go for it. It's a white. It's on screen.
Wow, and actually right there, Quicklime, very lucky for him, but Toby was actually dancing a little bit, and it seemed to be really good cover for that purloin there. Wow.
Yeah. I actually thought HumanKirby might see. Maybe he wasn't
Absolutely.
sure.
Yeah. I think HumanKirby was rotating for that. It just ended up being that you couldn't get an eye on it, and so kept rotating to the other side just to see what would be happening. And the purloin white test is successful there.
Yeah, and brings Quicklime up 3-1.
Great, and so we're moving on to Terrace, our second double pick. And they're just fidgeting with the mission setup at the moment, which is good. You don't want to accidentally start a game with swap on and seduce off.
What? That isn't the normal one? Oh, how strange.
Yeah, this is the one venue where you kind of just, get rid of statues. Unlike Courtyard, where it's almost like a staple of what the spy does. Statues on this is iffy at best.
Yeah, we actually left fingerprint off.
All right, 3, 2, 1, playing it.
And I think that's interesting. I don't know what I would like better on this, swap or inspect, but we're on in this 3 of 5 of terror.
Yeah, right now we aren't doing anything, but our seduction target is inspect. That could be very good.
Seeing that at the very start makes me kind of, this probably won't happen, but if you could honestly do a red flirt to statues, I think that would be kind of funny, but I don't know if that's gonna happen. We'll see.
Oh, that would have been beautiful, yeah. We are still waiting, maybe 2 hours. Seduction targets, well, join us.
Yeah, and another thing that happens on these three of framing games that you don't do much because you're not trying to get suspicion, and you actually are just trying to really, make it look like somebody else is the spy.
Yeah, and Terrace is a very good map for that. If you can frame the right person for Purloin, for instance, it could be very good.
And we start our first mission progress there with a flirt, with it being white. Not too, but 2 minutes, and this is a venue where you can rush things if needed. But I don't know if you can with inspects on.
Yeah, we have burnt a bit of time waiting for the seduce. And seduction target goes away, that help goes back to bar. Seduction target is...
Yeah, and the interesting thing about that is maybe as the sniper, Quicklime wouldn't have noticed it, but for getting that highlight at the very, know that the seduction target is kind of under the laser, at least being noticed a bit more than some of the other.
Yeah, definitely. He joined the other conversation. We are going to bar, possibly to get a delegate.
Yeah, and I think see what happens with this Purloin here. It'll be big to tell what sort of is running through HumanKirby's plan here. What's the game plan for this?
We get our second flirt, bringing it up to 51. We have 1 minute to play, and right now we would be sending twin. Plain twin, and we do.
Banana bread.
We banana bread and knock.
And just like that, we have one mission left. The question is,
Oh!
and just like
The
that,
framing worked.
a little bit there, absolutely, and it does come off on that seduction target, which we're talking about. Seemed to be very active, that party, especially starting with the statues there.
I mean, if we think about it, seduction target went just a bit after us to the bar, so he could have delegated. Not sure about the timing, but he could have, so nice frame.
Yeah, and it ends up working out. And we'll see what happens with the missions here. It looks like we're staying with fingerprint and the swap off now, but Inspect's still on.
Yeah.
All right, 3, 2, 1, playing it.
Alrighty, and we're starting as one of the twins. We're starting as plain twin here on Terra.
And again, staying a bit in AI control. Now we're taking over, and our seduction target is at the same statue. Our seduction target was last time.
Having a little bit of deja vu here, and we'll see what happens. That's kind of amusing for me, but Quick choosing to start with his own inspects of his own.
Yeah, picking up the highlight as well. We just take the one inspect, maybe seeing if we can finish without completing the...
Yeah, and that could end up biting us a little bit, but they are a set of statues, so if we go to one, we could possibly at least get two, unless somebody sneaks up on us. But we're going to bar, and we'll see if we take the delegate option to put that on the...
Indeed. Right now there have been a few statue visitors, which is nice for us. We snuggle near our seduction target, hopefully to get a flirt and maybe a delegate to him.
Yeah, and we get our first seduced target, 34. That puts us in the lane to have at least 2 more flirts left, and they don't have to be as snug as the 34, but it gives us some wiggle room.
Indeed, and we delegate to Mr. A.
And again, this for me, I think it'd be funny if the seduction target gets shot again, but who knows? Maybe, possibly, Kirby's a little bit more on top.
Possibly he he looked like he was staring down the ambassador, but the pearl line is gone. It was on screen. No low lights are coming, so either he's on top.
Oh.
We get low lit.
And there it is. It's looking good so far. Low light there. So not exactly on top of that purloin or where it came from.
Yeah, it makes me think that he knows that the pearl line came from that conversation, and since we aren't credited with it.
Yes, I think you're right. I think HumanKirby knew which conversation it came from, and so lowlighted the other conversation, but luckily for Quicklime, gets a lowlight for that.
Yeah. I mean, he's framing, he gets a low light. Life's good for Quicklime. We get our second flirt, yeah. 85.
And now the question is, do we want to finish it with contact? Obviously, we have one more flirt. Do we want to do statues again? I don't know if Quicklime, they are a lowlight at this point.
Yeah. However, the contact may be what HumanKirby is waiting for to shoot Disney here.
And what kind of sucks about this right here?
Oh, we failed the buck. Oh no. Oh. He held the
And just like that, it looked like a doomed game being ends up getting the sniper win there by just holding the shot and not going for it, possibly because a contact didn't go off and nobody was necessarily done with statues there.
All right, let's try moving back to our casting channel to see if that fixes any of the Discord voice issues. Sorry about that, and hopefully things are better now.
All right, how does my voice sound?
Your voice sounds good.
Perfect.
It's just a matter of we'll see if it ever cuts out or anything like that.
Right,
but wow, that was an exciting game. Losing as a low light, even trying a bug at the end, and it just didn't work.
Yeah, I think there was possibly waiting for a contact there, an option to contact, getting the seduction target in the same one, and it just worked out, and we end up going for a sort of panic bug at the very end there.
All right, 3, 2, 1, play in it.
All right, now we have HumanKirby back as general here, and we start right next to the ambassador and get up.
Oh, that looked completely visible. I mean, it's general, it's a bug. And now we snuggle with our seduction target, hoping to get a flirt.
Yeah, and that's a very nice start to the round. You know, having that out of the way, really all you got to do is seduce your target and then maybe get the...
And we do with the green. This is looking Kirby planning the climbing back with terrace.
Yeah, and this is this could be a really fast round depending on how this next flirt. It could be done possibly around 2 minutes here.
Yeah, we just have to hit the dream like balcony dream. Easy
Three
game.
greens, 3 greens and a win.
Yeah.
And it looks like after are going to be playing a low-key type of game because you don't really want to do anything that might possibly get you a highlight. And so I think we're going to probably stay in this conversation until we have to chase. Ooh.
Seduction target abandoned us. That was cruel.
I was about to say, I thought a red test possibly, but yes, the seduction target leaves us, but goes into the conversation with our contact double agent. So we'll see if we head into that to get those two.
Yeah, we seem to be burning a bit of time. Maybe we are not sure how good the bug was. Now we are stepping in across the conversation, still in very good shape. And seduction target leaves again. Well.
Wow, what looked like a very good start with the seduction is looks like we have to chase, and Irish actually picks up and Kirby goes for I would say it wasn't too solid on terrace, but 3 low lights you can work with.
Yeah, it was a green, so one more. Seduction target is playing hard to get, now going to bar. We still have 1 minute to get Well, two seduces, seduces at most.
Yeah, and so the sooner we can get this flirt done, it'll definitely be nice for HumanKirby. So we'll see if we do it right here, which is across the conversation, which brings it to 68, which we only need one more flirt now, but it's going to have to be a little bit more snug in how we're sitting.
Yeah, we have 50 seconds to get it. Seduction target is walking, which helps us. And there is some space near her.
Yeah, there's a spot right there, and thankfully, Disney does not take it, and we go straight into it. We have 30 seconds just to get this last flirt down, and our seduction target doesn't leave for a third time this game.
Yeah. And now we will have to see how on top Quicklime is on. I mean, if you didn't see the bug, it's a really tough shot.
Yeah, and it looks like that's the case. Even though scoped in there, I think we're just trying to look for something to happen, and I think we just completely missed the bug.
Yeah, and a very nice win for HumanKirby. Very nice bug at the end. And we got it. And we are now ahead 4-3.
Yeah, and HumanKirby's making, is that 3 wins for HumanKirby on Terrace?
Yeah, I think it was.
I was about to say, making Terrace spy games look easy at this, and with some choice missions as well.
Yeah, every own picks. Very interesting.
And now we're going to be heading into High Rise. This is Quicklime's third most picked map, and it's HumanKirby's most picked map total. And HumanKirby has a 60% spy win rate on High Rise, which is above average. And other than that, they both have pretty good stats on it, winning, around half of their games.
Yeah, and we'll just have one more Terrace match, and then we'll get right into High Rise after this.
My bad.
And so hopefully Quicklime is gonna want to get a win here and to continue to be 4-4 heading into the next venue. But how things have been looking, we'll see what happens.
3, 2, 1, playing it.
And now we have Quicklime starting off, choosing to hang out a little party to kind of maybe come up with a plan of action for this next game.
Agreed, and it seems like we want to start by going near it. Well, not very near Queen, so I don't know if we can.
And thankfully, we get the flirt right before our seduction target leaves, and we get that to 31%. Not the best way to start, because I think you can get 2 34s and that 99. We're going to need a green here at some.
Yeah, that sounds bad. The party is very. We are getting some low light. Oh, well. Something is going on in this party. HumanKirby is using his light in a very curious way.
And the end of red.
And we get a green off. Still, one more flirt to go, and our hardtail. And so it'll be interesting to see how Quicklime chooses to play the last 2 minutes of the.
Yeah, seduction target bounced off a bit, but he's right back with us. We hit a white for 82%. We're in good shape for a normal white flirt, as long as it's not painful. And we bug and we get shot.
Yeah, and HumanKirby was all not deciding to wait at all, because flirt definitely could have been done at that point, just like that. And we're heading into our game.
Yeah, this will be a very interesting match. Both players feel comfortable on High Rise.
Yeah, and Quicklime definitely is going to get momentum back going forward, having lost the last 4 games there.
Yeah. I think we are still messing with our mission count. Contact is currently off. Swap is on.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see if it sticks to being these missions. I think what's interesting about maybe choosing a mission that's not used to being done is it can sniper and how the sniper is used to working a venue.
Yeah, and we cut off contact. This will be very interesting.
All right, 3, 2, 1, playing it.
All right, and we're starting off as Twin again, taking a second to kind of analyze the party here to see what we want to do as the sniper side of Quicklime kind of starts to pick apart the party and try to get control of this venue, which isn't very chaotic so far.
And we used a white purloin. The sniper zoomed in, but I don't think it's quite visible yet.
And this could either be a really quick round or a really confused round.
We just get a highlight for now, but lots of lowlights are coming off. Smallman gets a highlight.
And I don't know if but this might be the... No, never mind. I was going to say the best chance to do a contact is we have to have Smallman in it with us.
Yeah, but contact is off.
Oh my... Yeah, contact is off. So we've got what? Purloin, Swap, Bug, Seduce, and Fingerprint on. This is a very interesting high-rise game.
Oh, indeed it is. Right now, I think we are still evaluating our option. The ambassador has a book in hand, so we could be getting a fingerprint from there.
Personally, I think for HumanKirby here, I think the best plan of action is, a silent bug off, a bug that's not noticed and finished with Flirt. That could be a really good game plan. I think possibly doing a swap statue could definitely in this situation, especially with how the Purloin has been trimmed down to about 2 people, 3.
Yeah. Right now we are still burning some time. Now we go. We're going to swap. This would be, ballsy.
Yeah, so we have I would say if we were a neutral light or a low light, we'd have good cover right here. But it's kind of wide out in the open, and I think Quicklime's looking for Kirby to... And...
Yeah, this is being very watched. Yeah, we can't do anything here.
Yeah, you've heard of an innocent drink take, but that's just a statue pick up there.
Yeah, this was like the sniper I dare you to. And seduction target leaves us. How? Now we are falling a bit behind. We have 1 minute to play. 34% on seduce. I think right now Bug might be our best shot at winning this game. Innocent drink take. Still burning some time. The clock is running down. Don't know how much more time we are going to have. We snuggled by the ambassador, but we couldn't bug because we had a drink in our hand.
Ooh. And the shot comes off for Quicklime, and it's a solid shot. And I want to say solid, but also it's not... I just can't get behind that.
Yeah, that was quite something. Maybe we were trying to trick the sniper, but I think it ended up hurting us a bit more.
All right.
And here we're seeing at least a little bit more of a normal missions.
3, 2, 1, playing it.
We start off as orange dress, going up to statues to start off the game. Innocent statue visit.
All right, and yeah, and we have the swap and inspects off, that's okay. We have options here, but we have the contact back on, which is nice. If you get a good contact on high, you can get pretty much everybody in the party in a conversation.
Yeah, and we get our very close 51 green flirt. Seduction target was nice enough not to leave. We get innocent, which we do nothing with it. And now we go to this conversation hoping our seduction target gets in, but he has nothing of it, as always.
Alrighty, and we have 2.5 minutes. That first flirt being done, and not picking up any fingerprints quite yet, which would be really big if we want that to be an option on the table for us. Getting that first print would be really helpful because you want those to get spread out on a 3 of 5. Doing them back to back can definitely bring awareness to.
Yeah, HumanKirby hasn't done much fingerprint this season, so when you don't like a mission that much, maybe you're not as good to catching it, so I don't know if you could play a bit with that part. Get a second green flirt across the conversation for 88%.
Yeah, and that just puts us just one flirt from any part of the circle, and we are good to go with the flirt, but we still need 2 more missions to.
Yeah, conversations could be better for a contact. Still some people out. Purloin is still an option, but it's being quite watched by HumanKirby.
Yeah, what's nice about this mission setup is that you hardly have to pay attention to anything on the right side of the venue. You know, without there being swap or inspect on, you don't have to worry about the statues. The only thing you really have to worry about on the right side is, you know, a possible bug or a fingerprint at the bookcases there.
Banana bread.
Yeah. And we banana bread quite some people out. Few lowlights. Don't know if we are going to get highlight for real. And maybe we are going for a bug? No.
And it looks like we got stuck on the Amba for a second. We go to statues and let's see, is there a print on this statue at all? Or are we just taking an innocent statue?
Just an innocent statue. Ambassador has touched another statue on the other side, but we have 30 seconds to get 2 fingerprints. That seems rushed. I think we are going to try to purloin here. Behind the pillar, a little bit. Oh, it's white. Oh, it's gonna be a shot.
Hide, run!
Dance!
No! Yeah, for a second with kind of the lag with the shot there, I thought, was Toby going to get shot here? Poor Toby.
Yeah, it really did look like Toby was going to be shot for a second. That was an exciting chase.
Yes, 3 seconds left.
And now we have Ballroom coming up. As I was saying, this is a map where Quicklime's sniper stat is only 29%, which is basically Quicklime's lowest sniper stat, except for library, on almost any map. 3, 2, 1, playing it.
And now Quicklime, with that, has to get a win here. Having it be 4-6, if there's going to be a tie, has to start strong with a sniper win.
Yeah, right now we are looking at the party, maybe eyeing down our seduction target, who is walking around. We are starting off with a fingerprint, very nice.
Yeah, and getting that fingerprint at the start of the game gives us a lot of time to get that other fingerprint, but fingerprint Prince also a mission you don't really want to be spent chasing because that can kind of bite the end there. But we'll see what HumanKirby does as Quicklime here is still got this party somewhat under control, and things are mostly on the right side of this venue.
Yeah, seems like quite the par. I think we didn't choose to chase our seduction target to the painting pad, but he actually spent quite some time there. Bit unfortunate for us.
Yeah, we're definitely, if we're hoping to get Flirt done, we're going to want to get at least one here in the next
And
night. And the bug comes off, and it's really
I
good.
don't think it was seen.
I think it's good cover. I mean, we got Taff, and even in general provides, and that's going to be, I think, kind of hard for Quicklime to associate with HumanKirby there.
Yeah, that was. We have the hardtail done, but we still have 2 minutes to get 3 missions. Almost no partial progress.
Banana bread.
We faked banana bread, but unfortunately Duke is a suspected double agent, so we get highlight for real.
Yeah, and I don't know why we'd necessarily do a fake contact there. We got a clean bug off. I think we should just go. You know, if you get a clean bug, just play the game normal. Don't have to go for unless somebody gets shot. Then I'm completely wrong.
Yeah, but it's been quite the calm party, and we have 1 minute and no other missions.
Yeah, and even that seduce for the target. You know, I don't think seduction's coming off this game. So I think HumanKirby has to hope somebody else gets.
Yeah. We purloin a white test. Toby goes back around the conversation, so I don't think it's seen yet.
And there's such good cover here, and it could be Wheels, it could be Salmon. When is this Purloin going to be seen? Toby's running away now to Kane's side.
Yeah, but no shot seems to be coming off. We have 10.
And honestly, I think right here, HumanKirby wins this. No, HumanKirby's not going to win this, but I think Quicklime's going to win because Quicklime didn't see the Purloin on time.
Yeah.
I just don't think Quicklime saw anything to do with the Purloin, and so no shots were really coming off at all.
I mean, I think it was good for Quicklime not seeing the Purloin in this case.
Yeah.
Because he could have thought it was a panic last-minute Purloin. Countdown was on.
Absolutely. And if you see a Purloin go off in, you know, those last 10-15 seconds, you think to yourself, you don't have that. Like, it's not going to go to overtime. You have to take a shot. And so thankfully Quicklime didn't see that there, and we go fighting into our last game of this match.
Yeah, a victory equals points.
Seems like the players are taking a little bit of a break heading into this last match, which this is definitely a nerve racking game going into game what is this, game 12? Wow, already.
Yeah.
And 3, 2, 1, playing it.
Quicklime does a little bit of weird bouncing to get to our seduction target, but we get it off in time, making it, I think, worth at the start here.
Yes, agreed. I mean, it's chaos time. Probably won't be seen. We join a conversation with double agent, but the party is a bit spread out. Not a very good time for a banana bread.
Banana bread.
But it filled up and we hit a green, which is very...
Yeah, and that's, you know, 2.5 minutes left and early contact. Again, I love early contacts, and we don't get that many low lights from it, and so the party is still very active, and from the sniper side, it could be pretty much anybody at this point of the game.
Yeah, right now we stepped in, hopefully getting our second seduce. It's up to 68.
And the question for Quicklime is, which hardtail is going to be done here? We have the contact already. It looks like we're getting our next flirt, hopefully right here. And we haven't done a statue visit, and there's no fingerprints, so it looks like something's going to have to happen.
We take an innocent drink. Our flirt is still not banned, sadly. We seem to be eyeing down the ambassador, but he's not in a very buggable position right now.
Yeah, not at all. And it's getting a little late here with a minute left to set yourself up in a position to be able to do a bug. And so we'll see what Quick planned here. And it looks like it's to finish that flirt before going on to anything else.
Yeah, and seduction target leaves.
We waited just a little bit too long to start the talk there, and out.
Yeah, now we are falling a bit behind. We are going to side statue, so not completing our inspects right here.
Yes, but this is one that has and we get one inspect, one, and 92% on the floor. We have a lot of progress, but only 30 seconds left.
Yeah, and now we are going to the window. Are we going to time? The beeps have started. And we try for a bug. Was it seen?
I don't think it was seen, but what are we going to do here with 10 seconds left? We got to pick up that statue. Oh, no.
We have to Oh. Oh, he's looking. Oh, my God.
I think was possibly going to do the plank and then quickly talk. But it doesn't work. Not enough time there. And it makes me think we had a nice setup at the very end there for the bug. You know, that was a great setup. We got lucky that the Ambler came to us, but the fact that we waited that long to do all of that kind of stuff, it kind of bites us in the end. And with that being said, HumanKirby wins that match.
Yes, and both spies timeout on ballroom. This is a different way to finish.
All right, well, that's the set. Unfortunately, it looks like we've been having a lot of problems with the Discord voice chat. I don't know if it's Discord or if it's my internet, but it doesn't seem wise to go for a post-game interview right now. So I think we're unfortunately going to forgo that. Unless anyone has any dying questions that they'd like to know the answer to. Alright, well, thank you to everyone for watching. Sorry about the technical difficulties at the start and then the continued technical difficulties throughout the stream. Not sure what else could have been done about it, but we were trying to troubleshoot it the entire time. Thank you to T-Flame and Iglini for sticking with us through that.
No, thanks.
Yeah, thank you, Dels, for hosting.
And have a good afternoon, everyone.